Well, it's kind of an interesting one, really, because I'm a go-between between the politicians and the administration. So my job is to work with council and make sure that what they want to see happen during their term in office, that we accomplish, and work with them in setting their priorities and arranging for our organization to align behind the direction council gives. So it's a more strategic type of job than maybe operational. Well, my day starts early. I like to walk to work, so I'm normally on the, walking to work out of my apartment by about 5:45, and I normally get here about 6:30. My first real meetings start between 7 and 7:30, but it gives me about an hour in the morning to get my day set, see who I'm meeting, and get myself ready to have those meetings. And then it really comes down to a series of different meetings throughout the day on different topics. Many times we're dealing with council meetings, so on a Monday it's a council meeting. Then there's committee meetings as well. And then we have, of course, our administrative management team that meets. That's on a Tuesday. So you get the sense that there's a sort of a rhythm or a pace to your day, and you know pretty much what to expect as each day comes. You have to get satisfaction out of making other people's lives successful and helping them achieve what they want for their families and their lives. That's what motivates me. I love to see people accomplishing things in the city. I love to see the legacy that public employees get to leave within the city that they're working. And you get that quality of life that in a place like Calgary is second to none. We're very fortunate here to live in such a great city and to have so many diverse people living in our community. As I mentioned, all the departments eventually report back through me. So I've got 6 general managers that report directly to me. One of them is the deputy city manager. But ultimately what I'm doing is working with a cross-section of senior leaders within the organization to establish the culture that we want to promote, the way in which we work together, the way in which we behave, and then talk about the strategy. What are our priorities as an organization? How are we going to align to those priorities, and are we assured that we're doing what the community is asking us to do? So it's really those things that I'm doing at the upper level of the organization to influence the way in which we work, right down to the frontline staff. I've been in Alberta since 1979. This is my 3rd stint here in the province. I think that probably the most memorable thing for me was being appointed city manager here in Calgary. I've been a city manager for 15 years. But this is a dream come true, and this is the community I always wanted to end my career in. It's a place I wanted to come back. I really didn't believe I'd ever have the chance, and out of the blue, I get the opportunity to return to a city I love and to work with people that I've known in the past. So it's one of my most special moments. Well, it has to be in your heart. You really have to love what you're doing to help others succeed. Don't bother even applying public service if that's not why you're there. The other thing is to make sure that you understand people, understand what makes them tick, what their aspirations, hopes, and dreams are all about. Why do they want to make their home in Calgary, for example, if you're working in the city? What makes it special to them? Understanding how people think and what's important is essential in public service. And the last thing is never stop learning. It's an opportunity that I learned very early in my career. People have the answers to a whole series of tough problems. You just have to engage them in that process. And they will provide you with a wealth of information. So those are the things that I think that I've learned over my career. So I mentioned this is my 3rd stint in Alberta. So 15 years ago I was at what we normally call general manager position. I was in an acting position at that time, and then I took my first city manager role in the city of Kitchener. I knew that I would never be able to run an organization with 15,000 people, $4 billion operating budget, large capital investment plan, without building my base. In other words, going back to a smaller municipality, so Kitchener is 200,000 people in size. Then I moved to London, and that was about 400,000 people in size. And learning the trade, understanding what it was to be a city manager. It's a different role, and you can actually only learn that job by being in the role. So I think that's, there was a natural progression. And then lo and behold, the opportunity to come back to Calgary was there, and I think I put enough of a foundation